ay bunsod ng naitalang 17 individual na ang kanilang naaresto.
Ng Metro Manila Development Authority o MMDA ang No Contact Apprehension Policy o NCAP sa Metro Manila.
Sa ang ilang mga dokumento ay peke. Hindi rin legal ang employment na ipinangako sa kanila.
Sa mata ng batas, mananagot ang sangkot at may sala. Dahil sa bawat paglabag, may karampatang parusa. Alamin ang mga pananagutan sa likod ng mga bawal. Dito sa Hoy, Bawal Yan!
100% fatality rate, ganito inilarawan ng Department of Health o DOH ang rabies kung sakaling hindi agad maagapan ang isang pasyente na nakagat ng isang hayop na may infected na virus. Paano nga ba natin ito maiiwasan at ano ang batas na sumasaklaw sa rabies prevention? We still have here Attorney Heidi Marquez Caguiwa of Animal Kingdom Foundation. Attorney, welcome back po. Pinag-usapan po natin nitong nakaraan lang ang Animal Welfare Act. Ngayon naman po dumako naman patay sa isa pang kaugnay na issue, ang mga rabies o rabies. Ano po ba ito at which animals are most likely to carry or spread this virus?
Rabies is actually a viral disease that affects or impacts the central nervous system of mammals, no, including actually humans. No, it's almost always 100% fatal na sinasabi nga natin. Although actually it's also 100% preventable. Sadly, no, hindi yan masyadong na-realize ng mga tao. But then again, rabies or the country, the Philippines is one of, or still, no, I think number 5 in rabies, in terms of rabies presence worldwide, and yet up to now we're still, trying to fight and eliminate this dreaded and deadly disease.
Alright, dagdag ko na rin po sa statistics na binigay nyo. Meron po tayong tala from DOH na nagsasabing from 2020 to 2024, halos 1,750 ang namatay dahil dito sa virus na ito. Alarming, katulad nga po nung nabanggit nyo, pang-5 tayo dito sa mga nakakaranas nito. So let's go to the Anti-Rabies Act of 2007. Can you tell us more about this and how does it help control rabies in our communities?
Well, the Anti-Rabies Act was passed in 2017, I believe, no? And the main objective of that is to be able for the Philippine government to establish a national program to eliminate rabies. So may national program po 'yan kung saan nga po doon ipinapatupad hanggang pag-download ng mga programs sa local government units. At nagkakaroon din dito ng mandato ang lahat na magkaroon ng mass registration ng dogs, mass vaccination also of the dogs around us para nga po ma-prevent ang rabies. So doon po nagkaroon din po dito ng enumeration of roles ng DepEd, roles ng LGU, ng NGOs, ng national government. So lahat po yan dinefine under the rabies law, no? Kung saan para nga po magkaroon ng holistic approach para ma-prevent ang rabies sa Pilipinas at mawala na ito.
Alright, so in what ways po that a pet owner can be held liable under the Anti-Rabies Act? Nabanggit niyo po kanina na meron dapat mass registration and mass vaccination. So ito po, it applies to all the pet owners kasi sila po ay responsable sa kanilang mga alaga. So in what ways they can be held liable under this law?
One, of course, pet registration, no? The law on anti-rabies penalizes any pet owner who refuses to have their pets vaccinated and actually imposes a penalty of 2,000 pesos. And pet owners naman who refuses to have their dogs vaccinated against rabies are also can also be held liable, and especially when their dogs bites another dog or bites a human being. Pet owners who put or who refuses to put their dogs under observation after a dog has bitten a dog or a human being, 10,000 pesos naman po ang penalty na ini-impose dyan. And I'm sorry, for observation, 25,000 pesos pala, sorry. And for pet owners who would refuse to put their dogs on leash while they're being walked outside, meron po tayong tinatawag na fine of 500 pesos also. And for those naman dogs that have been impounded, the law also imposes a fine, no, of not less than 500 pesos also for the pet owner. So dito rin pumapalob actually yung penalty imposable for dog meat trading o yung pangangalakal ng aso for human consumption, which of course the law says it is also prohibited, at pwede ka ring mapatawan ng penalty na 5,000 pesos per head of the dog, or and imprisonment of not exceeding 4 years. So medyo marami siyang sinasabing mga penalties, no, from being an irresponsible pet owner, for violating your responsibility to the dog bite victim. So lahat po yan pwedeng patawan ng penalty under the Anti-Rabies Act.
So yung mga simpleng hindi lang po pagtatali ng aso kapag inilalakad natin o ipinapasyal, pati po yung pag-refuse nga na ma-vaccinate ang isang aso. I don't know if this still covers your knowledge, but what are the monitoring aspect of this, attorney? Paano malalaman ng otoridad na itong asong to hindi pa na-vaccinate at itong amo na to hindi niya binavaccinate ang kanyang mga alaga?
Actually, when a dog is vaccinated, may tinatawag tayong vaccination card. So kung walang vaccination card or record ang isang pet owner in relation to their pets, ibig sabihin niyan hindi bakunado. Other than that, wala na tayong nakikitang monitoring in terms of vaccination. But the local government the local government units, no, may have systems or online or computer systems that would monitor who are the dogs vaccinated. And of course, dahil yearly yan, hindi naman nila alam whether this particular dog has died, has bitten, or has not been updated in the vaccination. Again, the reference is always the vaccination card.
Alright, the vaccination card, ito lang po yung hawak talaga ng otoridad. You mentioned na effort ito ng mga LGU mostly kasi sila yung humaharap talaga sa kanilang komunidad at mas malapit sa mga komunidad. And this is also called for LGUs na bukod dun sa pagbibigay ng mga libreng pakapon, libreng pabakuna, talagang i-monitor din. Kumbaga, isama sa census yung mga hayop para rin ma-monitor kung sino yung mga wala pang bakuna para maiwasan yung pag nakagat ng aso, maiwasan yung mga pwedeng sakit na makuha mula rito. Everything that we've discussed, anything you want to add to that, attorney?
Yes, oo. And I think it's not just a call for the LGUs, no, because in our work for how many years, I've seen also how so much effort on the part of the LGUs, no, in terms of vaccination. But sometimes there's always this hesitation on the part of the pet owners to bring their pets for vaccination. To the extent nga that the LGUs, the barangays even, would go house to house para lang mabakunahan yung kanilang mga aso. And when the government agencies, no, the representatives, the vaccinators would go to the barangays to do vaccinations, alam mo, sometimes the challenge is yung pag-handle ng aso. The pet owners would say, o sige, bakunahan mo, pero hulihin mo, bahala ka. So again, it should also be a call to the pet owners out there to bring their pets for vaccination. Kasi again, it's not just, it is a public health issue, no? So, and we can only eliminate rabies if we will all work together from the pet owners and the government agencies as well.
Yes. I agree to that this is a public health concern and as well as responsibilidad ito ng mga pet owners. Kasi di ba nauso nga po lately or recently na yung mga ibang tinatrato na nila na parang anak nila yung mga hayop, may mga iba na walang pamilya, tapos ginagawa na nila itong bahagi ng pamilya nila. And a family is your responsibility and this is an encouragement to all pet owners na talagang hindi lang sa needs ng mga hayop na inaalagaan nila, pero talagang i-nurture nila ang kakayahan nila na mag-provide and to protect and to also help those animals. Attorney, sabi niyo po kanina na yun nga po, hindi lang ito role ng LGU, role din ito ng pet owners, ng mga individuals. At malakas syempre yung role ng gobyerno. And this is an entirety of the community para maiwasan itong mga animal cruelty na napag-usapan natin, as well as yung spread ng rabies. Just to give us a final note, what ways can an individuals and communities help prevent animal cruelty and the spread of rabies?
I think it starts with do not hurt any animals. Be compassionate. Be a responsible pet ownership. Be a responsible pet owner. Act, defend, and help any animal in need. Small acts, when multiplied, becomes a powerful tool to change animal cruelty and to eliminate rabies in the country. For me, I would always say that the elimination of rabies and the promotion of animal welfare is an effort. It takes a village to do this. It's not just an individual, but it starts with an individual person and spreads as a village para talagang maapula or matigil ang animal cruelty at maalis ang rabies.
Alright. Thank you for that, Attorney. And yes, yun nga naman po yung goal natin, na talagang matigil na o mabawasan yung mga issue ng animal cruelty. Pero what is your last message para naman po dun sa mga tao na nakakasaksi nito to be able to become a voice for the animals? Any points of encouragement to them?
Don't be afraid, no? Don't be afraid. There's so much hesitation in reporting. There's so much hesitation in filing a case. The government has provided facility for filing of complaint. There are so many cases or so many ways, no, where you can help. And one of which is to be a voice, one of which is to stand up and really offer your help in terms of filing a complaint. There's so many animal welfare issues and complaint that could not prosper to court because we are all afraid. But if we keep on being afraid, then there would be so many animals that will be left behind. And their death or their maltreatment remains unjustified, and alam mo yon, kailangan mabigyan natin sila ng justice. So my word of encouragement is that your small act of reporting already helps. Your small act of providing information already helps, and by doing so, we may be able to prosper the filing of each and every case in court. Kaya huwag po tayong matakot. Meron po tayong batas, meron po tayong pulis, may mga abogado po tayong makakatulong sa atin. Let's trust the process.
Let's trust the process. And I would like to echo what you said. Kailangan po nating bigyan ng justice. Hayop lang sila sa iba, pero hayop pa rin po sila. And if I'm going to summarize everything that we've discussed, you gave just 3 words earlier. Do not hurt animals. Don't hurt animals. And that's it. Maraming salamat po, Attorney. And that has been Animal Welfare Advocate, Legal Practitioner, and the Program Director of Animal Kingdom Foundation. Maraming salamat po, Attorney Heidi Marquez Caguioa.
Thank you so much, Elsa.
Sa programang ito, mas palalakasin natin ang boses ng batas at mas palalawigin ang pagpapaalam ng mga karapatan. Kaya kung may nakita pa kayong ipinagbabawal na akto o kaya naman ay mayroon kayong reklamo, itag nyo kami sa DZRH. Hoy! Bawal yan! Muli, ito po ang inyong lingkod, Rose Babiera. Una sa Pilipinas, una sa Pilipino.
ay bunsod ng naitalang 17 individual na ang kanilang naaresto.
Ng Metro Manila Development Authority o MMDA ang No Contact Apprehension Policy o NCAP sa Metro Manila.
Sa ang ilang mga dokumento ay peke. Hindi rin legal ang employment na ipinangako sa kanila.
Sa mata ng batas, mananagot ang sangkot at may sala. Dahil sa bawat paglabag, may karampatang parusa. Alamin ang mga pananagutan sa likod ng mga bawal dito sa Hoy! Bawal Yan!